Hi friends, welcome back. This is Anne, author of hiddenfarmlife.com, and today I have a 30-ish minute meal for you with just a few ingredients, so let's get started. This meal is pretty simple. I came up with this when I was doing a pantry challenge for myself and I didn't know what to make, but I knew I had a few staples. So what we're going to use today is pretty simple. We have some cheese. I have approximately 4 ounces here. You can alternate, between, I have mozzarella, you can use cheddar, sharp cheddar, Munster, whatever floats your boat will work. I have a pound of pasta. I have a 1 pound of, we have this as chop steak. We get it from the butcher. You could also use steakums from the store. I've done this meal with ground beef. It's very versatile, and in fact I think you could probably even do this with chicken. I have 1 large onion, and I didn't have any bell peppers, but I have a bag of baby peppers and a can of chilies and some butter. So with those few ingredients, we're gonna get dinner on the table in just about 30 minutes. I'm gonna set the timer on my phone and we'll see how I do. So the first thing we're going to start with is a little bit of butter in the pan. My pan, I have cast iron and it has been seasoned, but I am going to put a little bit of butter in there because my beef is on the leaner side and this is grass-fed butter. That's approximately, I don't know, tablespoon and a half. And I'm just going to let that melt. You can hear it's already sizzling. So I may turn my stove down. That's on, I've turned it down to medium. Well, it was on medium, low to medium now. So we're gonna let that melt. And the next thing I'm gonna do is chop up the steak. I have turned the pan back up to medium. I'm almost browning the butter a little bit. And I have chopped up my steak. This is, I don't know if you can see that. This is very lean and it's still frozen a little bit. So I'm going to get that into the pan, and I'm not going to really touch it too much because I want it to get a nice little sear on it. While that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and chop up my onion and pepper. Now that the steak is mostly cooked and there's just a little bit of pink left, I don't want to overcook it because it can get dry. I'm going to turn the pan all the way down to low, and I'm going to remove the beef from the pan, and then I'm going to cook the peppers and onions in the same pan. So to the pan, I am going to add about another tablespoon probably of butter. I'm just going to let that melt. I will turn the pan back up to a low medium. Get that going, and then I am adding the peppers and the onion, which you can see here, I've just roughly chopped them. No one really cares what shape they're in, as far as strips, chunks, whatever. We're just gonna saute these really quickly and get them just to the point where they are just tender. And let's check in with our timer. We are at almost 15 minutes. So now, while these are cooking, we're gonna do the pasta water. Okay, I've cooked the pasta according to the package directions, and I am going to add a little bit more butter to the pasta. Not only does it flavor it, but it also keeps the pasta from sticking together. So I'm just gonna toss that around and let the butter melt really quick. And as you can see, it's very steamy. They're very hot. And after that's melted, I'm going to add back our beef, pepper, and onion mixture to the bowl and make sure I get all of that out. I'm gonna give this a quick toss. I want to have all of that mixed together. And then once I feel like that's pretty well combined, I'm going to go ahead and add the cheese. Now I did go ahead and add a little bit more here, so this is probably closer to 5, maybe even 6 ounces rather than 4, but we're cheese eaters, so we like it cheesy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get that tossed in before it completely melts, because that's the goal, obviously, is to have the cheese melt. I've also used, like I said before, different kinds of cheeses in here. What I had on hand today was mozzarella, so that's what we're using. I have used cheddar, I have used Parmesan, Asiago, anything that your family likes and will eat is always a good option. And that is it. So here you have it. I didn't quite make the 30-minute mark. We ended at 39:52, almost 40 minutes. But for a weeknight meal, you can put a side salad with this. You could roast some broccoli quickly in the oven or even like boil it. However, whatever side, you could even do canned green beans for a really quick side, baby carrots and ranch, anything to go on the side of this. This is a really good meal. It is great heated up and it makes for really good leftovers. Thank you for coming along today for this quick and easy weeknight meal. I hope that you've enjoyed this and find this content helpful. If you have, please remember to click the bell and subscribe. And until next time, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.